Special greetings to you, noble students of JC Best Schools International. Welcome to week 6, third term 2019-2020 academic session. I remain your noble teacher, Mr. Oguche Ezekiel. Today's topic is striking and important because it relates to the history of Nigeria with specific reference to geopolitical zones. Geopolitical zones in Nigeria. And for careful understanding of this topic, attempts will be made to streamline it to 3 specific objectives, among which includes that pupils should be able to state the meaning of geopolitical zones, identify the various geopolitical zones in Nigeria, and list the states under the various geopolitical zones. Clear knowledge of this particular topic would give an insight into the Nigerian socio-political system. Let's begin. There are 36 states in Nigeria, and the map on the screen clearly reflects this claim. But the nation is also divided into what we call geopolitical zones. So the first question we ask ourselves is, what is geopolitical zones? Geopolitical zones simply means the division of the country into various regions for political and economic considerations. So the country is divided into regions for political and economic reasons. In the history of Nigeria, the first time we had experience of division of the country into regions was in 1939 under a colonial governor called Sir Bernard Bodilin. Sir Bernard Bodilin was able to divide the country into 3 regions, namely the northern region, the eastern region, and the western region. That was the first time we experienced division of the country into regions, or what we now call geopolitical zones. The second experience was precisely in 1963-64, when the nation was divided into 4 regions under what we call the First Republican Constitution of 1963. There, they created a new region which was called the Midwestern region, so that in 1963 we had 4 regions, which were the Eastern region, the Western region, the Northern region, and the Midwestern region. And subsequently, more regions were created and more states were also created. So that's the brief history. But what is the current situation as far as geopolitical zones or regions are concerned in Nigeria? Currently, Nigeria has 6 geopolitical zones, and the 6 geopolitical zones were created during the regime of General Sani Abacha. The nation's economic, political, and educational resources are often shared across the zones. So it was the man we have on the screen, late General Sani Abacha, who ruled Nigeria from 1993 to 1998. It was under his regime that the current 6 geopolitical zones were created. So how many geopolitical zones do we have in Nigeria? We have 6 geopolitical zones. And it was created by the then president of Nigeria, or military president of Nigeria, named General Sani Abacha. What are the geopolitical zones, or how do we identify them? Very simple. There are 3 geopolitical zones. The north has 3, while the south has 3. In the north, we have northeastern Nigeria, northwestern Nigeria, north central Nigeria, southeastern Nigeria, southwestern Nigeria, and south Nigeria. These are the 6 geopolitical zones we have currently in Nigeria. Let's look at the northeastern part of the country. The northeastern part of Nigeria, northeast Nigeria, has 6 states. The area in the map painted red is an indication of the region called Northeast Nigeria, and it has 6 states. The states are Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Yobe, Gombe, and Taraba. You find them in the northeastern part of Nigeria. The next is northwestern Nigeria, or the northwest part of Nigeria, which has 7 states. It is said to be the region or the geopolitical zone with the highest number of states in Nigeria, and they include Kano, Katsina, Kaduna, Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamfara, and Jigawa states. That area identified on the screen represents northwest Nigeria. Then we have north central Nigeria. North central Nigeria includes Kogi State, Benue State, Plateau, Nasarawa, Niger, and Kwara. These 6 states represent north central Nigeria. The 7th one there is the Federal Capital Territory, which is also part of north central Nigeria. But the Federal Capital Territory is not a state as such. It is the capital city of Nigeria. So we don't consider it a state, which means there are 6 states in north central Nigeria, and it is clearly indicated on the map as represented on the screen. Let's go to the southern part of the country. Southeast, for example, is the first region in the southern part of the country, and the southeast has the least number of states in Nigeria. 5 to be precise. They include Enugu State, Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Imo State, and Abia State. It has the least number of states in Nigeria: Enugu, Anambra, Ebonyi, Imo, and Abia. 5 states in southeast Nigeria. Then we have southwest Nigeria, which is made up of 6 states, and they include Ekiti, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, Lagos, and Ogun states. These states are in southwest Nigeria, dominated by the Yorubas. We have the south Nigeria, which is the 6th geopolitical zone or region we'll be considering today. And south Nigeria, the oil-rich region of the country, has 6 states. They include Rivers State, Cross River, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, Delta, and Edo states. These are the 6 states that makes up the southern part of Nigeria. So we've succeeded in looking at the meaning of geopolitical zones. We've been able to name or identify the 6 geopolitical zones, and we've also made frantic efforts to identify the various states under each geopolitical zone. There are 3 major tribes in Nigeria. Of course, it is common knowledge that we have over 250 or over 300 tribes or ethnic groups in Nigeria. But of the over 350 or 300 ethnic groups in Nigeria, there are 3 major ethnic groups: Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. So where do we find the Hausas? The Hausas are dominant in 2 regions of the country: northwest region and northeast region of Nigeria. The northeast and northwest, these two regions are the regions where you find Hausa Fulani as the dominant tribe. Where do we find the Igbos? The Igbos dominate the southeast Nigeria, which has the least number of states. And where can we find the Yorubas, which is a major tribe? The Yorubas are the dominant tribe. They represent the dominant tribe in southwest Nigeria. By the grace of God, we've come to the end of today's class. We have specific assignments for you, but before you do the assignments, please, let's have a recap or review of what we've done by way of simple questions. Which region has the highest number of states in Nigeria? In answer to that question, we say the northwest Nigeria has the highest number of states in Nigeria. If it has the highest number of states in Nigeria, how many states do we have in northwest Nigeria? In answer to that question, we have 7 states in northwest Nigeria. The second question: which region or geopolitical zone has the least number of states in Nigeria? And we say it is the southeast Nigeria, dominated by the Igbos. It has the least number of states in Nigeria. How many are they? They are basically 5. The third question for today would be: which regions in Nigeria have equal number of states in Nigeria? In answer to that question, we say there are 4 regions in Nigeria with equal number of states. And these regions or geopolitical zones include Northeast Nigeria, Southwest Nigeria, North Central Nigeria, and South Nigeria. For your assignments, you are meant to 1A, name your state of origin. Very funny, right? Students or pupils, I beg your pardon, should know their state of origin. So you name them. Name the states. B, identify the region you belong. Then C, mention the regions with equal number of states. Name your state of origin, identify the region you belong, then mention the regions in Nigeria having equal number of states in the country. Dear pupils, I want to thank you so much for listening. I'm sure you've been enlightened. Please stay safe and make mom and dad very happy. Until I come your way next time, I remain your noble teacher, Mr. Oguche Ezekiel. Thank you so much. God bless you.